I read the book Travel Team by Mike Lupica. Mike Lupica is one of the most prominent sports writers in America. He began his newspaper career covering for the New York Knicks, for the New York Post at age 23 before he moved on to writing books. Some of the best books he has written are Heat, Million Dollar Throw, Travel Team, Miracle on 49th Street, and Summer Day. To me, the title Travel Team means a group of kids who are exceptionally talented at the sport they play and are better than average. They put in extra work, and the sport to them is more than just a recreational activity. Some literary elements I found in my book, one being Danny had forgotten to shut his computer off, so it was still on when he went up to his room, the screen giving off its spooky glow in the otherwise dark room like a blue nightlight. This is an example of imagery because there are words in the sentence used that give us a visual image of what his room may have looked like at the time. Another literary element I found was that Danny imagined the scene at the Ross house afterwards being something out of one of those SmackDown wrestling shows. This is an example of a metaphor. Danny compares the Ross house to a wrestling show without using like or as. Some connections that I made or other people can make to this book. One being that Danny got cut from his school's travel basketball team, and everyone fails at something in life, but we need to learn how to bounce back from that failure. Also, Danny has divorced parents, which makes his life much more difficult. People with divorced parents must continue to motivate themselves to be the best they can be through all the hard times they are going through. I would rate this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this book because it inspires me to keep trying when things do not go as planned. It is a really relatable book to me because I am a sports lover myself. I like the way that Mike Lupica writes his books, and I've read almost every one of them. The books are exciting, and once I pick them up and start reading them, I cannot stop. I'd say that the target audience for this book would be ages 12 to 18. This book provides a great reading experience for young adults. This is a great book for people whether they like sports or not. It provides real-life situations and even teaches people how to deal with it.
I read the book Crackback. This is a book. It was by John Coy. Interesting facts about him. This was his first novel. He used to write picture books. And he travels from college to college as a guest writer for the college students. Personal analyst. I think the title means that when you struggle with things, you have to get right back into it and keep trying harder. A simile in the story is Martha fills an ice cream bucket 3/4 full and starts spinning like a human windmill. This is comparing Martha and the bucket to a human windmill. Imagery: neighbors from down the street ride on their bikes. They wave and we wave back to try to imagine what we look like. I try to imagine what we look like. This is imagery because he's imagining what him and his crazy family are like in their yard. Two connections I made were Miles plays football like me, and he's on the JV football team. Another example is Miles is in 10th grade like me this year. I give my book a 4-star rating because it's a pretty good book, but it's not full of new ideas and more creative writing. Who would like this book? The target audience would be athletes because it teaches athletes how to when they struggle, to get back into it and keep trying hard.